What up, family? Get on news reporter, man. That's to the mirror. Lee! And make sure today is the day. Yeah, today is Moon Monday, January 11th, 2021. So they say, This is part 2 of my government program. Now, you got to keep in mind, I left off where, they have this conversation. Leon Kennedy is having a conversation with young Pharaoh, who is, a young scholar. I think he says he's about 27 or something like that. And he's pretty much self-taught, kind of like myself, but he's a lot more scientific and, he read a lot of books. Let's put it like that. All I do is flip books. As a matter of fact, let me flip this Bible right now because this is for the government. See, I'm used to flipping books and stuff. And whatever it lands on, I got 58. This is Isaiah chapter 58. Okay, I want you to see it for yourself. Isaiah chapter 58. Okay? Now, one thing about the government and sinister people, Illuminati and things of that nature, they like coming from behind. You understand what I'm saying? They're very, sneaky like that. And if this is 58, that would be 85. Now, the color purple did not come out until 1985, okay? And the color purple is loosely based on my, child abuse rap that I gave to OPRAH in 1984 at the age of 17. Okay, I'm a writer. I'm your ghetto news reporter, Mary Lee, and that's between the Mary and the Lee. I had to become your ghetto news reporter because nobody would, take me seriously or whatever and stuff when I got railroaded May 31st, 2008 for so-called disarming of police officers, something I did not do when some so-called police officers pulled, my car over for so-called tinted windows that were not that dark. You understand what I'm saying? They were light enough for them to see me. And when that wasn't enough, they wanted me to get out the car. You understand what I'm saying? Now, all this was because I was giving my book, Rhymes, Poems, and Metaphors, plus one song away to the public and stuff, basically for free because I didn't have time, to, get them to purchase it, because I felt the need was so, great. You understand what I'm saying? For me to, give my story away. I had to, it's like, here, take it. You understand what I'm saying? Please take it. And I come to find out after I was railroaded again in 2016 for being at an 8 meeting. You understand what I'm saying? The Mustard Seed in my city, Chicago, on North Avenue, for staying sober and homeless. They got mad because, I wasn't drinking and drugging. So they, had me arrested at an AA meeting. Imagine that, open to the public. And, they took me to the 1st District Police Station and had me sleeping on the floor May 8th, Mother's Day. Imagine that. Now, imagine that. You a sober person, 19 years sober and stuff. You sleeping on the floor. You understand what I'm saying? On Mother's Day. And my child abuse rap, and my story consists of me sleeping on the floor. So, they just wanted me to feel like shit on Mother's Day. And then the next day, May 9th. Now, you got to remember, Mother's Day 2021 is on what? May 9th. Imagine that, of this year. You understand what I'm saying? But anyway, on May 9th, they take me to the Cook County Jail. Hold me down and stuff, because I'm basically telling the people, in the paddy wagon as I'm leaving the 1st District Police Station going to the Cook County Jail for so-called trespass. You understand what I'm saying? I at an AA meeting, and they didn't like me telling the truth, I guess, and stuff. So I'm thinking I'm going to the Cook County Jail like regular general population or whatever. No, they just like, you going to the psych ward. I'm like, really? For what? By the time I got there, they didn't even tell me. By the time I got there, I'm looking around like, what is this, a psych ward? Next thing I know, they grab hands of me, 19 years sober, hold me down, stick me with some shit. It could have been coronavirus, it could have been cancer, it could have been AIDS or whatever. Whatever it was, it had an effect on me for real after 6 months of taking, you know, the liquid hell that they had gave me at least once a month. And I have to say this for real, for real. One time I wasn't even, you know, I was never confrontational, really. You understand what I'm saying? But this time I really wasn't confrontational. I'm laying in my bed, something woke me up, and I'm looking at the door. You understand what I'm saying? Because it was a camera, you know, in my psych ward, you know, little room or whatever and stuff. So they wanted to document all this. I'm an experiment. Let's just get that. It's like the Tuskegee experiment or whatever. So this redhead wig black lady and some guy, fucking goddamn supposed to be correctional officer, creeping in my room. When they noticed I woke up, so I guess they thought I was gonna jump up and fight or whatever and stuff, because they trying to find a way to, you know, discredit me and shit, because I'm such a fucking lady, right? You understand what I'm saying? They hold me down. I ain't even jump up. I was just like, you know, this must be it. You understand? I'm finna die. You understand what I'm saying? They hold me down and they stick me. And, you know, one time I ate some food. I didn't even eat it. I smelt it. Thank God I did. I smelt it. I was supposed to go to court the next day. Man, that shit smelled like it had enough drugs in it to kill a horse. You understand what I'm saying? They used to spit in my food on the psych ward, all because, you know, I survived being a child abuse victim and stuff. Okay, so we talking about The Color Purple and them coming from behind. See, I gave my story to Oprah in 1995, and they knew my potential because I put my voice to the sound of music. You understand what I'm saying? Because I grew up listening to music, TVs, you know, I was pretty much self-raised and stuff, and they just kind of, you know, watched to see what's going on, kind of like what they doing now. Because when I got to this place where I'm at now, 6210 South Kenbarg Avenue, Chicago, Illinois, 60637, apartment 308, there was not a camera outside my door, you know, when I got here. Now, I have to prove it because, you know, they always like to say you're delusional, you're crazy, and they try to do the Dave Chappelle on me and stuff, you know, like it's my fault. And it's not my fault. See the camera? That was not here when I got here. May 31st of 2017. That was not there. Now you gotta remember, everything May 31st. The Tuskegee, not the Tuskegee, but the what is it? The Tulsa, Oklahoma bombing was May 31st. I got railroaded May 31st for so-called disarming the police officer. I got here May 31st, 2017. A year later, they try to say that security and myself had got into an altercation May 31st of 2018. You know, see, it's all about growth and development and, you know, creative suffering, and these motherfuckers not wanting, you know, real foundational Americans or people in general that's, you know, independent, you know, to be independent. And I've been independent all my life, ever since I was a Brownie Girl Scout. You understand what I'm saying? Real talk. You know when people got their hands in your pocket. So this here, this conversation to my government, because, you know, they always try to come from behind. Like I said, this is Isaiah chapter 58. And if you're coming from behind, that's the year 85, the color purple, and the spirit don't lie. So, you know, they know I'm a very spiritual person, and they knew my higher power was looking out for me, because, you know, who else is looking out for me? It definitely ain't the fucking government. They been had my book, Rhymes, Poems, and Metaphors, plus one song. And, you know, I wasn't in prison when they got it. I guess they read it and couldn't, you know, take the verbiage inside it or whatever and stuff, because when I write, I paint a picture of my foster father, Leon Baker Retton, who I believe was supposed to be police officer, or maybe a you know, one of those what you call it, Larry Hoover, not Larry Hoover, no, not Larry Hoover. That would be some gangster shit, but there's a lot of gangster shit going on too. You understand what I'm saying? Who was the head of the FBI or whatever and stuff? I believe he was attached with all that, you know, civil rights and J. Edgar Hoover. J. Edgar Hoover. It's still gangster, right? Yeah, and then come to find out, J. Edgar Hoover, you know, he was gay and stuff, but he was all up in Martin Luther King files and stuff. You understand what I'm saying? See, they try to make it seem like you the problem, but they got more fucking dirt than you do, especially than me. You understand what I'm saying? So, you know, when I gave or read a poem or something to my foster father, Leon Baker Redman, one of his how would you say? I think it was a friend of his, an older lady down south or whatever. I was just reading my poems, trying to, you know, let them know, you know, I did pretty good for myself by this time. I was staying, you know, by myself like I am now, you know, just, you know, independent or whatever and stuff, you know. And I went to go visit the so-called family, the Redmans, and my foster family, who turned out to be, you know, they is something else, boy, I tell you. I wish Kimberly Redmond or Edward Redmond would step up to the plate or whatever. But anyway, you know, I was reading my poem, I'm the Mary That Had a Little Lamb by Uncle Sam. And everybody who has my book, Rhymes, Poems, and Metaphors, plus one song, probably know that story better than me. And the lady I read it to, she was like, did that happen to you? Because, you know, it was so vivid and, you know, clear and stuff. I said, no, but it must have happened to my mother. You understand what I'm saying? I never had any children, but when they made me homeless, you know, I was deprived of sleeping, a place to stay. And here I'm thinking I'm about to get rescued from the ambulance or whatever in my city, Chicago. But on the west side, in the Austin area, they picked me up. They damn near raped my ass on a gurney and stuff to get my eggs. I believe they took, for real. So, you know, I believe, you know, they holding on to, you know, my eggs or putting them into other people and things of that nature. It's real sinister. It sounds crazy, but y'all know what time it is. These motherfuckers, you know, gotta go. Shit. So, you know, I said, no, it didn't happen to me, but it must have happened to my mother because I never knew why my mother gave me up as a little girl or whatever and stuff, you know. But hey, she had her demons and whatever, and I'm still carrying the burden of both of ours. And I thought me being the originator of rap, I could, you know, put all that behind, and everybody would grow up and be somebody and stuff, you know, other than a victim. But I see this is all we gonna be in life and stuff. No matter how hard you try and how much you're worth, you're still a fucking victim. So to my government, if I die, we all die, because this Bill Benny's, you know, story or whatever, they compiling evidence, and, you know, it's called a stellar wind file or whatever. You understand what I'm saying? When you get to 17 minutes to about 18 minutes and some seconds or whatever they talk about, we got them by the balls and, you know, make the deal, motherfucker, you know what I'm saying, or die. Now, who says that and stuff during a fucking conversation, you know, understand what I'm saying, with young Pharaoh and Leon Kennedy, you know, understand, who was in the movie Penitentiary. Imagine that. You understand what I'm saying? Who says that? Now, they didn't say it, but they broke, like, through commercial or whatever and shit. But it wasn't even a commercial. It was just kind of like, you know, it's kind of weird and shit, you know, considering I literally had the fucking goddamn so-called police by the balls May 31st, 2008, when the spirit had me to grab the motherfuckers and shit, because I felt like, goddamn it, you know, yeah, I wasn't trying to. It's the spirit. Just like when I flipped this Bible. Now, I don't know what the fuck this motherfucker gonna say, because I ain't no fucking Bible thumper and shit. But Isaiah 55, I guarantee you I never lose. So, you know, when motherfuckers make threats and shit, and their name is Leon, and my foster father's name was Leon, he told me, he said, you has my sympathy. When that motherfucker said that back in the day, you know, after he told me to write a sympathy poem, because he wanted to see if I really wrote the stuff or whatever and stuff. And I don't know what I wrote in that motherfucker, but it must have convinced him, because he said, you write like a college graduate. And I didn't even have a GED. Never went to high school and never finished grammar school. You understand what I'm saying? But whatever I wrote must have ruffled his feathers, and he must have been a child abuse, you know, abuser or something like that, for real, portraying like a good guy. You understand what I'm saying? With his freaky deaky ass. All right, that's my story to the government. Kiss my ass, bitch. Anything happens to me, we all gonna die. How about that? Peace.